Narcissists turn people against you. Like the people that you used to have as friends, the people that used to be close to, all of a sudden are no longer close to anymore. Now, sometimes it's the simple fact that you never had the friends, but you were brought into his friend circles. Oftentimes, this creates not just dominance on his part, but also control of the narrative and control of the storyline. So he can make sure if anything does go south, well, they're his friends, they're not really yours. A lot of times, narcissists will make sure that you don't get a chance to be with your friends. You don't get a chance to involve yourself in friends' activities unless it is under his control, his guidance, his purview, because he wants to make sure that that control piece is all in him. The stories that he tells you, the stories he tells other people, all to be able to focus on him. But what happens when the narcissist is actually flipping people? Like you had a friend and now that friend no longer talks to you. Like you had a friend and he's switched it around on you. Like you had a friend and now he's sleeping with her. Like you're going to see so many of your friends disappear, flip because of the story that he's feeding the other person. Now, typically it's going to come in two different ways. The first aspect we typically have is this piece that we'll reference here called flying monkeys. Okay. Now, flying monkeys, I had a video on this the other day, and I forgot the movie it came from, and I still forget the movie. It's the one with the witch and the flying monkeys, and the yellow brick road. Wow, I can't remember the name of it. Anyways, all right. So if you remember that, throw that on the chat. So flying monkeys came from that movie. Okay, came from that idea of hey, the flying monkeys were the witch's lackeys to be able to do what she wanted and to be able to try to carry out this abuse on the rest of the characters. Okay. Dorothy, Toto, Kansas. Gosh, what is that? I cannot remember. Okay. Anyways, so flying monkeys are people that have ascribed to the narcissist reality. Okay. And you understand this. People that ascribe to the narcissist reality. So what it is you have these people. Okay. So let's just write this out here. You have these people here, and then they see the narcissist. They see the narcissist here, and they're like, oh, okay, this reality that he lives in, this is a true reality. Okay? So the people there, they're like, oh, we believe in this guy. Like, we believe what he's saying, we believe what he's doing, we believe all this kind of stuff. And the stuff that doesn't match up because you're saying he's doing something else, we just excuse that away. Okay? Like, you need to understand, like, a narcissist is going to paint a picture. Okay? See, like here, paint a picture of this is his reality. And he's looking for other people to believe in his reality. Now, if he gets them to believe in his reality, that's perfect. Because now he has these minions. Now he has these people to be able to carry out his bidding. Because it's his reality and they believe it. Okay, so maybe in this point, they believe that you've been abusing him. So then they're going to come to you and they're going to be like, yeah, you probably should take him back because you shouldn't have treated him like that. Enter Christianity and religion. Okay, you're going to see a lot of this in there. From Christian counselors to Christian circles to churches that are further enabling abuse because they're trying to get the wife back with the toxic guy and not dealing with the toxic guy all the time. Oftentimes, Christian counselors are the worst in trying to save marriages that are abusive and actually hurting people. And oftentimes they cause it to go way nuclear and way more hurtful to the person that's there. Yeah, I said that. Some of you might not like it. Oh well. And you be able to understand, like a narcissist is trying to get other people on their side. Okay, I would do this in the workplace. Okay, in the workplace, I would have this idea. And I would share this idea with a couple different people. Maybe a couple like managers, a couple higher up people. And maybe two would like it and two wouldn't like it. So then it would be my job to be able to make sure I went to other people to make sure that they understood that my idea was better so that they could tell the other people, hey, this is actually good. We should actually do this. And so there's this piece of like, I was trying to be able to make sure my reality was validated by other people so that those other people could carry out my bidding. You see what I mean? Like it's still this manipulative piece. Now, oftentimes you're going to see this not just with flying monkeys, but you're also going to see this in the aspect of triangulation. Okay? All right, so when we talk through this piece of triangulation, I'm gonna try to write it out in a couple different ways to hopefully make the most sense, okay? Triangulation, let's just do it like this, so it makes the most sense. Think of it as a triangle, right? So you've got one place, let's put the narcissist at the top. okay, because he always views he's at the top anyways. So we'll just put the narcissist here. He's at the top of the triangle. Then we're going to have you over here on the left of the triangle, okay, because he's never going to think that you're right. Then we're going to have someone else on the other side, okay? This could just be people. This could be new supply. This could be friends and family. This could be, we'll put it friends, okay, because that's what we've been talking about some. All right, so we've got whoever else on the other side. And so the narcissist sometimes will take this triangle effect and use it as a way to manipulate the communication that's going on. So imagine this being a triangle of communication. So let's say right here, if you look at this, you are communicating to the narcissist, okay? So like you, down here, are communicating to the narcissist and back and forth. So this is back and forth kind of happening, okay? Then you also have where you could also communicate to the friends, okay? So there's this back and forth that's happening here. Now, the narcissist's job is like, how do I actually pit you guys against each other? He has to be able to do something that causes a break in communication. Okay? Now, oftentimes, this isn't where he's coming in between you. Okay? You're not going to see the narcissist be like, let me drop down and be like, hey, stop communication. You're not allowed to communicate. You're not going to see that. Okay? He's not going to be that blunt about it. It's going to be much more subtle and much more manipulative. Instead, he's actually going to do something else. He's going to come down here to you, and he's going to be like, hey, did you hear this that happened? Did you hear what they said about you? Did you hear what's going on? Like, I can't believe that she said that to you. I can't believe that he did that to you. I can't believe that your parents said this. Okay? And the whole thing is like to put this piece of doubt. And that piece of doubt is just that little gap. And then he puts that doubt a little bit more. The gap widens. Now, then he has to do the same thing. So then he goes to the next person. So let's say he comes to the other supply, right? He comes to this person and he starts telling them a story. Like, can you believe my wife is so abusive? Like, I keep trying to like do stuff and she's like, well, she won't listen. She doesn't care. Like, sells them another story, right? Like another version of reality that's actually happening here. And so as he's doing this, the whole point is, how does he actually widen this gap? Now, this is the wild thing that you'll see is there will be so much miscommunication. You will have relationships be completely severed. And 9 times out of 10, it's because you didn't communicate with the person that he's talking about. Like, he's put this gap in between you and a friend of yours because of the fact that you didn't check his story. Now, you probably have a friend that you're like close to and you check the story and you're like, whew, got that. Okay, but you're going to have other people he's going to pitch you against. Friends, family member, coworkers, whoever. So he can bring you to a place of isolation. Because if you're in this spot, look at this. If you're in this spot and you have no more communication with the friends, with the family, with other different people, look at this. You only have communication with the narcissist. Like, he has you in the perfect spot because you're on an island now. The bridge that took you from one island to the next is now severed, is now in the water, and you're no longer able to actually connect with anyone else. This is perfect for the narcissist because the narcissist is, if I can isolate you and put you on an island, you will be stuck there, and I will be the only one speaking truth into your life. Think of it this way. The narcissist wants to take you, and let's draw an island here, wants to take you, put you on this island. Here's my palm tree that's sitting here, okay? Puts you on this island and make sure that there's like this moat around it. Moat on an island. I don't know how that works. But anyways, there you go. Island. Make sure that you're isolated and put on your own. Now, when this happens, then the only one that's there in your life speaking truth into your life is the narcissist. So you've got your friends and family that are over here. People that actually have the truth. People that actually have the facts of the situation. They're the ones that are like, hey, if you would listen to us, you would be liberated off the island. You could actually be free. But the problem is the narcissist has you trapped on this island. Just realized it didn't update. Okay? Narcissist actually has you trapped on this island. And inside of this, you are stuck believing that only his reality is what actually matters. Like, you're only believing his version of the story. There you go. Now you can see my little island and people sitting there. Okay? And so you're stuck here and you're only viewing his truth. This is Narcissist Truth Island. This is what happens. Because you're not able to interact with them. You're not able to get off the island. And you're not allowed to be free. This is why a lot of times I'll say the facts will set you free, because it's the only thing that's actually going to liberate you from the blindfold that the narcissist has on you. You're going to be stuck in this reality, going to be stuck on this island for a long period of time. And that's his whole goal. Whether he's using flying monkeys or whether he's using triangulation, he's using this to be able to form a divide between you and other people so that he can turn other people against you, so he can separate you from the people that you love, that you care about, or that you should interact with, so you see the lies and the manipulation that's going on in your life today. If any of this has resonated with you today, I want you to reach out. Go to rawmotivations.com. Would love to be able to talk to you. Love to be able to help you move forward in this process. My goal is to bring awareness to the problem and then be able to show you the solution that we have of liberating women with their mind, with their emotions, how to be able to get them free from the addictive, toxic relationship that you're currently stuck in. If that's you today, reach out today. Go to rawmotivations.com/breakthrough. We'd love to talk to you now.